Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to another Everton 24/7 report on a Friday night where the Blues have been in action today in Switzerland, and we will briefly delve into Everton's game against Monaco later in the show. But I'm going to start with a name I can almost guarantee none of us had heard of as recently as this time yesterday. That player is, of course, Flamengo's teenage star, Rainier Jesus, and we woke up this morning to rumours that he could be set for a €40 million move to Everton, despite having not kicked the ball for Flamengo's senior team yet. He is a player I personally know very little about, other than we are in some very good company in terms of the clubs who are coveting him. The likes of Man City and Real Madrid have been linked with him. However, could there actually be something in this? Because recently Rainier has started following a number of our players on Instagram, the likes of Bernard, Richarlison, Yerry Mina, as well as the club's official Instagram account. He's been liking pictures on the Everton account for a few weeks now, so maybe he knows something we don't. Now, of course, this lad has something about him because so many big clubs to be after him at 17. There's got to be something going on there. He's got to have something about him. But I have to wonder, is it sensible for us to be spending this kind of money on a player unproven at senior level, even in his own country? Particularly when we badly need a new striker, centre-back, and maybe even a right-back and a winger to sign for the first team. You throw in the fact that he can't officially sign for Everton until January anyway, and it may be a bad move. But certainly let us know your opinions on this potential move. Do we pay the fee and get a player who could turn out to be an absolute gem? Or do we address the first team issues first and then see what happens with Rainier Jesus? So drop us a comment and tell us exactly what you're thinking about Rainier Jesus, or what you know about him if you know more than we do, because I'm pretty blank at the moment, I'm not going to lie. Now, it is not all good news today, unfortunately. Our attempts to re-sign Kurt Zuma may have taken a bit of a setback today, as Frank Lampard said that he would like to keep Zuma at Chelsea this season. Lampard called Zuma a fine player and a good man who will benefit our squad. Well, he would certainly benefit our squad, that's for sure, and I'm sure we can offer him more game time, so it's up to Zuma really to decide what he wants now. But if Zuma is to come back, it looks set to go right up to the deadline now, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Now, of course, there have been rumours about Idrissa Gana Gueye leaving Everton for Paris Saint-Germain this summer, and now Le Quotidien du Foot in France have suggested our replacement for him could be coming from France. That rumoured replacement, of course, is Lyon's Lucas Toussaint. Now, I believe that while Gana is a key component of our team, I don't think he's replaceable, and at nearly 30, we should sell if the price is right. However, if we were to replace him with Toussaint, I think I'd be very disappointed because he isn't anywhere near as dynamic as Gana, and he tends to sit deep in the sort of Morgan Schneiderlin mould. We don't need another player who does that, and there's no need to consider it, as there are a lot of workman-like midfielders in Gana's mould out there if we're willing to shop around. Whatever happens regarding Gana, whether he stays, whether he goes, whether we replace, signing Toussaint shouldn't be an option for Everton this summer, in my opinion. Now, we spoke about the bets being placed on Wilfried Zaha signing for Everton yesterday and the odds being slashed. Well, tonight those shorter odds may have reached those at the Evening Standard, who now say we have joined the race for Zaha. I'm just going to nip this one in the bud, to be quite honest with you, because we haven't. It's pretty sure we haven't joined the race, because it's most likely agent talk trying to force through a deal for more money. I can't see how we're going to be interested when the article quoted an asking price of £80 million, which we will never pay, whatever the scenario, for even the best players. So I'd rip that up and move on. Now, just the one bit of news on the outgoings from today, and it's an interesting one coming courtesy of All Nigeria Soccer. They broke the news that Everton have apparently rejected a loan offer from Galatasaray for Henry Onyekuru, who of course himself did reject an offer of sorts from Russia yesterday. They have stated that they are holding out for a permanent sale Everton for the Nigerian, who is still yet to get a work permit, of course, and with Onyekuru getting next to no minutes at the African Cup of Nations this summer, we can surely write off our chances of getting one ahead of the new season. So it looks as if Onyekuru has to be moved on this summer. I've continually said that we should aim to sell Onyekuru permanently at the right price, and only if we don't get the right price, another loan should only be a last resort. Hopefully this news suggests that's precisely the stance that Everton are taking with regards to Henry Onyekuru, so we'll have to wait and see. I think that's another one that could very well go to the deadline. Finally, of course, a brief word on the game from this afternoon. Everton beat Monaco 1-0 with what was a much improved performance on the mind-numbingly boring draw against Sion on Sunday. Seamus Coleman scored the only goal with a header after a deflected Oumar Niasse assist. Niasse seemed to be the centre of attention in this game because he nearly scored a scorpion kick in the second half, which was a bit fluky. But despite his contributions, there was plenty of his incompetence on show, and it's clear he's not the answer for Everton. And despite us playing some good stuff, it's so clear that we need a proper goal-scoring striker in as soon as possible to help us move forward. It'd be nice if it happened relatively soon, so we could give whoever it is some pre-season to gel with the squad. But in all honesty, I'll just be pleased at this stage if we have a new striker through the door on the 10th of August, when all said and done. And hopefully we will have some new players coming through the door very soon. So let's see what this weekend brings us. Tune into tomorrow night's daily report to find out what happens tomorrow. Until then, give us a comment, like and subscribe. And thank you again for watching on the Toffee Blues.